Greetings, programs. It's Malekith again, back with another episode of Learning to Play Star Trek Online. With me again is Jace. How you doing tonight?
Hanging in there. Enjoying the view out here near the Sulaban Helix.
Oh, wow. I think I'm going to have to join you, because I think I'm right where we left off. And I'll have to find out. Oh, yeah, you're way over there.
Yeah, I just realized now with sector space walls down, the Regulus system is pretty close to the Sulaban Helix over in Romulan space, so I'm taking a little spin.
Oh, sounds good. All right, so this week we're just going to continue playing through a couple missions in our story and go over anything we encounter. We did have one comment from last week's YouTube from Don Branham about keyboard shortcuts, so we'll probably sprinkle in a little conversation about that and see. He commented in you when I brought it up, basically saying that early on keyboard shortcuts aren't as important because we don't have a lot of varied powers, but later on they'll become more important.
Yeah, absolutely. On my main now, I've increased to not only the 3 taskbars at the bottom, but I've also activated one of the side taskbars that you can put up through the UI customizer.
Now,
and you don't want to be clicking all that stuff with a mouse while you try to maneuver your ship
right. So you're basically saying the having multiple action bars with combination key presses to activate, like Control 1, Control 2, Shift 1, Shift 2, that type of
exactly.
thing.
Mm-hmm. It's something that I need to do more of. I learned from the old school of thought, which was with the Hilbert guide, which that was great at the time to get a lot of people started. It was really written so that noobs to PvP wouldn't be a total detriment to their team and would at least be firing off useful powers from time to time. But people kind of turned it into more of a gospel of how to play than it should have been, because it interrupts your firing cycles and just really is not optimal. Plus, things are going off not exactly when you would want it necessarily. They're just kind of haphazard whenever they're off cooldown.
Okay. I see that it looks like down on your action bar, you kick the multi-stacked icon lets you add up to 4.
Yeah, well, you can have a total of 3 plus your bridge officer ones. Usually, eventually, I'll just get rid of those bridge officer ones and put their powers onto my various bars.
Gotcha. So that they're accessible by a hotkey as opposed to a mouse click.
Yeah, and I just want the interface as clean as possible.
Gotcha. But for right now, since we have a limited amount of abilities, it's not as advantageous to have multiple bars with the shortcuts.
Yeah, it's not really worth doing a lot of customizing until you know more what you're doing and how you're going to set up the character. I mean, if this was like your second or third of the same character class and you were just playing on the different factions, you could go ahead and set it all up because you'd already have that muscle memory. Or if you really were concerned about your performance in the future and wanted to make sure you built good habits now, you could start building all that, but I'm too lazy for that.
Yeah, and that would go back to the old WoW days of having all my keys for whether it was my healer or my DPS or same type of thing.
Yep, exactly.
Your rotations and the like.
Mm-hmm. And it's very similar in this. You try to set yourself up so you can rerun the same abilities as frequently as possible, because you basically always want them up if you can. And there's ways you can reduce their cooldowns or take in 2 copies of the same ability. Sometimes they will have the single power will have a longer cooldown than the shared cooldown, so the second copy can go off sooner. And we'll get into that once we're high enough ranked that we actually can even do that.
Right. More of that's for late game, but mostly just wanted to touch on it so we were going over it and seeing that.
What the Hilbert guide did was teach people how to make a macro with their space bar. So you put all the abilities that you wish you could have up anytime they're available, all on, say, bar number 7. And you bind all of bar number 7, and in some cases fire all weapons and redistribute shields, which those are bad to have bound to the space bar if you're spamming it, because you'll fire a lot less due to the way all the cooldowns work behind the scenes.
Okay.
But many of us still use it even though we shouldn't. It's an old bad habit that really is a crutch when you're getting started.
Okay.
All right, looks like we're more or less in position. I'm again not quite by the planets. Let me fly over here.
Oh, yes, so am I. We're talking, and I'm just sitting here just outside the system.
Oh, there you are, shooting across.
Oh. Okay. Not sure where I'm supposed to go.
You can come over here by the gas giant, Regulus 5.
Oh, there it is.
Usually going by the center of the system will work too, but in some places, as we've seen, it's a little touchy.
Yes. Orion Syndicate ships. Patrolling. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Defeat all Orions and open communications. All right. Ooh, wow. Really zoomed in. There we go. Off we go.
We're really just trolling all your listeners with these blue phasers.
Yeah. Well, it won't be too long, and we'll be getting into different ships here. Of course, we'll probably be taking these along with us, I'd imagine.
We can even requisition more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can just grab them and then delete your ship and reclaim it from the C-store and take 2 off that one.
Wow. And you said they do scale
Yeah.
up to a certain point, right?
Yeah, I think they'll go up to Mark 12, but not beyond. It's just sometimes we might find things that at our current level are a little better. But they're pretty nice.
Yeah. Now these were only available back then, right? There's no way to get them now.
You can actually purchase the Constitution class directly through the C-store now.
Oh, okay. Because I thought for a while it wasn't available.
Yeah, for a long time there was no way to get it. But a few of those rewards, most of them I guess, not all, but most of them they added to the C-store eventually.
I guess I have an old habit too. I'm constantly tapping the space bar when I have everything on auto fire.
Yeah. That's part of that. Playing more adeptly is to only do that when you need when you're acquiring a new target. I have the same habit.
Just used to being a little more active in my because when you acquire a new target, you have to do that to activate firing, right?
Right. After that, it'll auto fire as long as you have that target.
Gotcha. Oh, Miral? It's Miral, right?
I think what did they say?
Miral.
Mural?
Mural?
I forget. It's in the dialogue of the most recent mission.
Miral, she says it.
Ah.
I only just barely escaped myself. Beam down to my coordinates. This area should be safe. For now.
I'm good. Select that team and we can rock.
All right.
I'm ready to assist you. We don't have time left. Once we get these bombs disarmed, I will answer any questions you might have. Deal? I'm ready to assist you. You're here just in time. A group of Klingon operatives is attempting to sabotage the peace conference. They're planting explosive charges throughout the grounds, and they have Orion Syndicate forces as backup. There are Federation security forces here on Regulus 4, but they're outnumbered and outgunned. We can't free the diplomatic team from
I
the
seem to be
embassy.
lagging
Ground
just a
has
little
secured.
bit on ground
Stop
maps when we
Klingon.
do this.
Deactivating these
Okay.
explosives are our top priorities. Only then can we get into the embassy.
Alright, so we can diffuse spatial charges. Okay. You said it's probably best to zoom in the mini-map some and recenter it.
Usually. I can see on this one it defaults to zoom super far out.
How far do you zoom in? Like,
Enough that I can see what the terrain features are.
okay. I'll have to, I guess, wing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Usually there's a path to follow, roughly, and zoomed all the way out I can't really tell what it is or
Yep.
life forms.
I see shooting.
Well, that's probably where we want to be.
Boom. Oh. We're shooting over here. Or now is it the... Oh, I see. We have our exclamation indicators because we're supposed to go after spatial charges.
Yeah.
We can heal colonists.
Yeah, I got one over here.
I'm feeling much better now. I hope so.
Huh. It looks like the fighting going on is incidental.
Okay. To draw our attention away. Oh, here. They're over at the spatial charge here.
Cool.
Have some mines. Oop. Oh, I lost sound.
Uh-oh.
Or at least some sound. Okay. I hear pinging. Ah, we got an engineering thing to disarm the bomb.
Oh, cool.
Instead of just cut wires. Is it the red or is it the blue? Okay. Like we gotta move on out.
I'll let you lead the way because I'm getting a slideshow here for some reason.
Okay, yeah, mine's been is acting a little flaky too. Like I said, my sound went out for a bit and it came back. Oop. Go
Yeah, it
to
was
the
100%
left.
fine in space.
Yeah. Whew. Definitely getting a little rough.
Supposed to be some fixes for login issues and lag in queues, but I don't know if that's going to affect anything in ground.
Hmm. Oops. Okay. Guess back behind us at the big building here is the other charges.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, going over this way. I like using the third-person shooter thing, but interacting can be very wonky at sometimes, so I have to flip back and forth. Oops.
Gotcha.
Oh, the other one must be up the hill.
Yeah, I just started up there.
All right. I see you're taking out everything on your way. Ooh.
Fortunately, my performance is not good enough for me to really give any finer points of ground combat right now. It's pretty much click the fire button and hope something dies.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the frame rate's bad. It just seems a little, almost just pure laggy. Like, not like, Bless you.
Thank you. My mute button didn't work.
Yeah, mine's flaky sometimes. Either that or I'll make a worse rustling noise trying to hit the mute button on the mic than the sneeze.
There is an ancient Klingon religious text that says the Kuvama.
Going through her dialogue options now.
There are a lot of prophecies about Kuvama. Some say
Give you a little
Klingons will know
backstory on
her
her and her
Kuvama
parents
knows
and
the
her backstory.
Kuvama is strong in this sense. Before I was
A
born,
lot of
Voyager
this
covered
mission is referencing events from the Voyager episode Prophecy, which was before she was born, but
Klingons. That proves
that's where they introduced the idea of the Kuvama.
All
Yep.
I want is to be a
Yep.
good Starfleet officer. Every Klingon who wants to worship me, there's another who wants to kill me. It's hard to resemble a normal life. I'm part Klingon, and I've never hated that. But I'm part human too. All I've ever wanted is for the species I come from to be in harmony. If I could find some way to reconcile the Klingons and the Federation, then I'll believe that the stories might be true. Until then, it's a case of mistaken identity. I'm ready to assist you. Not exactly. My parents, Tom Paris and B'Elanna Torres, were on the USS Voyager, which was lost in the Delta Quadrant for 7 years. During its journey home, they married. I was born as Voyager reached Earth. I consider myself a child of the Alpha and Delta Quadrants. I'm ready to assist you. Ambassador Haas.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right, just trying letting her talk through her dialogue.
No problem.
Temporarily reassigned to regular support. I'm no diplomat. My day job is chief of security on the USS Kirk. Honestly, I'd rather be back on my ship. But if being here helps the Federation and the Klingons find a peaceful resolution to the problems, I'm happy to help. I'm ready to assist you. My tricorder shows no more spatial charges on the surrounding area. I'll stay here and help with the relief efforts. Just before you beam down, the leader of the Klingons, Captain Kirk, entered the embassy and took the Federation diplomatic team hostage. He says he is waiting for a worthy adversary. Task? I'm ready to assist you.
All right, waiting for a worthy adversary. We
Very
get to
good.
enter the embassy. Hopefully it'll run a little better in here. 4 diplomats and lots of Klingons. Huh. That's a nice way to put it to clear everybody out. We don't want to transport them up by accident. Alright. Ooh, I'm getting beat up. Switch weapons. None of my mines. They never seem to trip my mines. I wonder if it, what the proximity on them is. Okay. Where do I have to go now? Left?
There's somebody over here.
I'll follow you left. Oh, I'm stuck.
Got a diplomat over here.
Alright. Beaming his sorry butt out.
Heh.
Pretty neat little statue.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looks like we got somebody over here. Yeah, I'm back to normal inside here.
Yeah, I wonder if it was just the way it was trying to do that large open area with all the other combats going. Hey, look at this.
Oh gosh, ambushed. Yeah, the last place I had that problem was an outdoor ground map, but I don't normally, so I don't know what the deal is.
Ooh, a locker.
A couple of crates here. Yeah, I'll grab one over here. Locker. There's a crafting element over on the far side. Oh, a Dahar Master, though. Almost ran right at that Klingon. We'll just roll greed on that.
Oh.
Nice shield. Huh. I rolled a 5. Some Trionium for you.
Oh, this mini game. Ha, got it.
Nice.
Oops. Okay, so I guess we gotta find one more. Oh, around back.
Yeah. Man, they really have them waiting right inside the doors for us. This place.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll just use my little... Oh my god, they're going crazy. You're standing on a mine. Blow up.
Pulse wave. Agreed on that.
It's cool. I don't know if it's a normal thing, but because I'm using the third person controls, but it on the buttons for the need, greed, it had a keyboard shortcut to select them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a normal thing? Just that
It is. I always forget it, but it's there.
I'm gonna do this resource over here. Oh my god, look at this ore just floating in space.
You just throw a sack over it and carry it off. You don't even need to do a mini game.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's our last diplomat. Hang on, ships.
Defeat the Klingons. Beam up. Okay. There we go.
That was good timing.
We all went at once. Hey,
I guess that
Cam,
was
how you doing?
Transfer.
We're clicking all at the same time. Klingon ships are decloaking and locking weapons. Oh, buddy. Here we go. Hey, right here.
Time to get underway.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you can handle 2 birds of prey. I got this escort.
Where's the other birds? Okay, there it is. Spin around. There we go.
Oh, crossfire.
Yeah.
Alright, we got another squadron down here. Where are they?
Kratinga? Battle cruiser?
Yeah.
Kuratinga?
Yeah, it's a variant of the Katinga, which is one of the classic types of Klingon long-necked battle cruisers. Oh, see, now we're getting the decloaking extras.
Yeah, 2 of them.
We got ads. We got ads.
Yeah, right. Hailed by the Klingon ship. Okay. Oh my god, that messed up. Now that's funny. You'll have to look at the stream and see that. Because I've got a floating head.
Oh, goodness.
Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the rest of them. That's why I didn't want to click anything. I was curious if it would fill out.
He's just slowly beaming in, slowly decloaking. The bot.
Dishonorable treachery. Quonos. His flagship, he'll be there any second. Fight him together. Kapla. Oh wow. I am far away. No, not that far. Gotta take on some of these, weed out the birds of prey, I guess.
Dreadnought, it's a Gorn ship.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at that big thing. Oh wow. We kind of blew up everything, didn't we?
Yeah, he's above us.
Oh wow. Ooh. Trying to get used to turning. Graviton deflector?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Who is the real victor here? We'll find out. It sounds like we have a recurring baddie.
Uh-oh. You might be right.
Plot and save Lieutenant Paris, yes. Okay, I guess we can leave the system.
Sounds like it.
Alright. Cancel. Okay. It's oddly not always showing that finished the thing. Hey. Okay, that's weird. Depart system. Not hail Starfleet. Not scan area. Not transwarp. Depart system. It didn't give me the pop-up. It gave it to me, but then showed the overlay of the like hailing screen, and then so I clicked that to click it through, but then the depart system didn't show up. So.
Gotcha.
All right, so hail Starfleet. Okay.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Yeah, sounds like you leveled up.
Yes, I did. I have my promotion and then treasure trading station.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Oh wait, did you make 10th?
Yes, I did.
So you can actually go back to the starbase and get a tier 2 ship if you want.
Oh, excellent. Oh, you want to? I don't know how long that'll take, but we can do that, and then if we have time, we can do another mission.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and pick up treasure trading station for after that.
So am I. The Klingon Great Houses. Information exchange. Ooh, hotbed of illicit activity.
Heh.
Just a place for the Federation officers to go.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
Okay.
there, Drozana or Risa, so we got to go somewhere.
So now, what's the best way to get back to Earth space dock?
Well, you could hit your transwarp and just choose ESD from there or Sol System.
Sol system, okay.
Or you could just fly there at putt-putt speeds.
All right. Well, we'll transwarp. Earth space dock.
Good choice.
Transwarp. Now we rip a hole in the space-time and...
Until recently, if you had the special transwarp console from the Excelsior, there would be a % chance that it would just make that engine rattle noise from
Oh, nice.
from Search for Spock.
That's awesome. I would just
Yeah.
use that just because... Whoa, what is that giant ship?
What do we got here?
Right up above us?
That is the Ilachi Cheshire Dreadnought.
Okay, you said a lot of things I don't understand. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I have that on Veladorn.
Okay, now... That's a different alien race, obviously, right?
Yes, that came from a special promotion. The Ilachi ships are, like many of the alien ships that aren't part of the factions, usually come from either the lockboxes or the Lobi store or special events where you can randomly get a special ship out of a duty officer or a research and development pack.
Cool.
And I bought a pack of R&D packs because I was doing crafting anyway, and had some Zen to burn during the event where they were giving out the Cheshires, and I pulled one in my third pack, I think, which is nuts. It's like 100 to 1.
Wow, that's awesome.
Very lucky, and it's a very powerful ship.
Tal Shiar. That's what that says. That might be the person's name.
Oh yeah, they named themselves Tal Shiar in the SOB fleet. Nice.
Yeah.
Keeping it classy here on the Federation.
Yeah, nothing but the best. So I guess we can beam the Starfleet Academy, or do we need to go to the space dock?
You go closer to the space dock and then just
Okay.
dock.
Nothing but full impulse powers. Dock. Okay.
Oh, I'm getting a little rubber banding. I love all the war posters, propaganda posters against the Iconians.
Oh, yeah. I guess I haven't seen those yet. Oops.
You see them on the loading screen part of the time.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure what that is. Oh, are you lagging? Or am I lagging?
I don't know.
You were kind of striking a pose there.
Nice. All right, so I'll go down just so I can be looking at the interface. Well, you probably need to do your promotion mission with Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's going to be in here on the other side of the waterfall here. There you go.
Pleased with your progress. Got it. Lieutenant Laurel, let's see what ship you're eligible to fly and to requisition a new vessel. Gold members.
Is this Austin Powers?
Yeah. Earned a
Yeah, you count as a gold member because of lifetime.
Gotcha. Cool. Free costume change and a skills respec token. Okay, so now I guess I have to go back around the other side to the ship people.
Yep.
Okay.
Back shipyard. And you'll definitely have a token that lets you claim a tier 2 ship of your choice. Let me take a look in the C-Store. You probably don't have any C-Store tier 2 ships. Yeah, there's only 3 different ones. I doubt you would have bought any of them. I got a couple in giveaways over the years.
Lieutenant Laurel. Getting lost in all the people here. Laurel. There we go. Admiral's giving his blessings for you to choose a ship. Take a look at my store. Okay.
And you can filter it by rank and just set it to lieutenant so it won't show you all the high level ships yet.
Okay. All ranks. Lieutenant or lieutenant commander?
Just lieutenant. Lieutenant commander will be at 20th.
Ah, okay.
And you can uncheck small craft because you're not going to care about that. When we get a shuttle mission, you can claim your captain's yacht since you're a lifetimer.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. I gotta make this window bigger. I think Lieutenant Commander is the rank.
Oh yeah,
I am.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot because I'm looking at mine and you leveled
I-
up. Lieutenant Commander is 10.
Yeah, I had that boost from the other thing. Now, so we have now as a engineer, cruiser would be good.
A cruiser would be most similar to what you're flying now.
Right.
It's going to be tankier, have more total weapons, at least at higher level. I don't know that it makes that much of it. It has 2 fore and 2 aft instead of 3 fore and 1 aft, or the science vessel has 2 and 2. It'll have the highest base hull by far, and the shields will be middle of the road between an escort and a science vessel. It'll give you the opportunity to have your bridge officers have more engineering powers to use, whereas the escort would give you more tactical powers to use.
Okay, so what it has listed for me is the cruiser, escort, science, and then the 3 refits.
Right, and the refits are Zen ships.
Okay, and it shows that I have the cruiser refit for 0.
Oh, do you? Awesome.
So I must have picked that up with my first character. that I
Yeah.
played eons ago.
Well, that's going to be a great option. There's actually the layout that has will let you be super durable at a unusually low level.
Okay.
And it comes with the ionized gas sensor console, which lets you have an emission-seeking torpedo like in Star Trek 6.
Nice. Now, do the variants matter, or is that just a skin?
Variants are skins.
Okay.
You can go in and customize the look of this one quite a bit.
Okay.
It's pretty nice looking, though.
Yeah, because it's got the unique, which is the lighter with darker things, and then the Constitution, which is the regular 1701A from the movies, and then the Excalibur, which is like all black, which is pretty cool looking. I guess a little different in the cells.
You can mix and match the parts between these two.
Okay.
Because they're all the same base type.
It just is subtle variations. All right, I'll play with that another time. So this would probably be the one I want then, since
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
it
so.
available. Now, normally
I'll
this will
continue
be
my trend and grab the escort refit when I level up 2 more. So I have that and the cruiser available to me.
right, and so normally all 3 of these would be 750 Zen for the
Right.
refit, and it's only because I've unlocked it on another character that I can pick it up here for nothing.
Right. Zen store ships are account-wide unlocks.
Gotcha. Now I have a token for the cruiser, well, for any of the first 3, the cruiser, escort, or science. Now it's just, I just keep the token.
Yeah, if you ever want to goof around with a low-level ship, you could pick up one of the other 2. I mean, your refit is better in every way than the regular cruiser.
Right.
But
That's basically what I was.
I wouldn't even bother filling up your ship slots with lower-level ships because I know I've ended up dismissing them at higher level.
Just because you don't have a limited number of ships.
Right, and with your C-store ships, if you dismiss them, you can always reclaim it again.
Gotcha. Right. So I will get the refit. Exeter class cruiser. Pretty cool looking. Free. Oh my god. The USS Gloucestershire.
Nice.
I think I'm going to rename. But now I need to think up a new name.
That's always the hard part.
Yeah. What was the thing in Warhammer that the Phoenix Kings,
Oh, the
Sunwell?
that's in the Sunwell is from.
That's from WoW.
Warcraft, yeah. What do they call it? I think it's called the Phoenix Flame,
Oh.
which apparently is the name of an album by some band I've never heard of. Let's try Warhammer Phoenix Flame. Sorry. OE. Oh, wow. Apparently Games Workshop has a Phoenix with a high elf rider now. Holy mackerel, I've never seen that before. Ridden by an anointed of Asurion. Pretty cool looking. Alright, well, enough of that nonsense. I'm out of continuity. I like it. Now, here's where you can do something that is the sort of combo that works on a hotbar macro, because one of the fundamentals that you'll use on almost any ship from now on is rotating emergency power bridge officer abilities. And there's several of these. You have emergency power to weapons, emergency power to shields, emergency power to weapons, emergency power to auxiliary. And what each of them does is give you a buff in that area and also boost your power level to that subsystem for a period of time. Now, they each have a 30-second cooldown, but do I have that wrong? Let me double check myself here. Essentially, if you have 2 copies of it, then you can always keep it running. It's a 45-second recharge. However, the shared cooldown with another copy of itself is shorter, and it lasts for 30 seconds. So if you had just 1 copy, you could have 30 seconds up, then 15 seconds with it still cooling down. But by running 2 times emergency power to shields or emergency power to weapons, you can rotate them constantly and always have extra power to your shields, which also increases your shield regeneration. It also repairs disabled shields if you get hit by a phaser or any effect that could disable a subsystem. And it reduces your incoming damage you take to your shields. So it's pretty awesome. So your ship has 4 total engineering abilities, 2 ensign and 2 lieutenant level bridge officer power slots. That means you can not only run 2 copies of emergency power to shields, you could also run 2 copies of emergency power to weapons. Now, so stepping back, they each, like I said, have a 45-second personal cooldown and a 30-second cooldown that is shared with another copy of the same ability. I might be wrong about that. It might just be all emergency power abilities get a 15-second cooldown, but you wouldn't refresh. You wouldn't overwrite with another copy of emergency power to shields. That doesn't matter. But what that means is you can start out a combat, hit emergency power to weapons, if you prefer to be more defensive, hit emergency power to shields. Then 15 seconds later, you can hit emergency power to whichever one you didn't do. Let's say you lead off with weapons for an alpha strike. 15 seconds later, you can hit shields. 15 seconds later, your first copy of weapons is going offline, so you hit your second copy. 15 seconds later, your first copy of shields is ending. You hit the second copy, and you just get this continuous cycle so that after the first 15 seconds, you always have emergency power to both weapons and shields. And exactly. And that was pioneered a long time ago and is known as the Dragon build. So if you hear somebody talking about running a full Dragon build, that's what they mean. You use 4 engineering bridge officer ability slots to run 2 copies each of 2 different emergency powers. And generally, especially in a cruiser, that's going to be weapons and shields. So you will want to figure out, do you have 2 engineer bridge officers yet? All right. All right, check your bridge officer candidates. If you go to the stations tab, then at the bottom you'll see you have blank bridge officer candidates and hit show. That's the only other one you have on there? Okay, hang on. So until you get a second engineer, you won't be able to do that. With your 1 engineer, you could equip 2 copies of one of them, a level 1 and a level 2. Let me check over in operations. You have another open bridge officer slot in your inventory, do you? Yes. Like under Elisa and Zarva and all them, you have 2 gray slots. Okay, good, yeah. You can come around, let's see, will you have enough? Yes. Come back over by Quinn's, and down the steps from him is a bridge officer requisition and training area. Yeah. Jumping for joy. Totally logical joy, that is. All right, so you're going to spend a little bit of your hard-earned dilithium. Now, before you buy an officer, though, check, bring up the missions panel, the lower left-hand area of your mini-map. And, yep, then the In Progress tab. Is there anything there other than Treasure Trading Station? Okay, just making sure you didn't have a new officer ability. And you said the only one that showed under, you have 5 bridge officer candidate, or you have X bridge officer candidates. It just said 1, and you had a science. All right, very good. All right, so click on this person, the requisition officers, and go under special. Since you're a lifetimer, there's actually a veteran bridge officer you can hire. Scroll down past the veterans. They're a special thing that you can't get anymore. And you should see androids. And you can requisition a male or female engineering android. Let's see what abilities they come with. It's the same for either one. So, do you want a girl bot or a boy bot? You choose. Yep. That'll save you 240 dilithium and give you one of your veteran rewards. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's a pittance to spend, but might as well get the freebie for now. And you want them to join your crew and be commissioned as part of your bridge officer team. Then you can go ahead and slot your guys into their stations on the stations tab for your ship. But you're going to need to retrain them. You want to, in your character panel, go to stations, and it'll say Starship Stations, and you just want to make sure that all your stations are filled with an officer. Oh yeah, sorry, I skipped that because it's no, you can do that right over by the shipyard. Actually, it was right on the other side of the person you were by. No, if you switch ships without, it'll try to auto equip as much of the gear you had on the other ship as possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it tries to smart load everything that's appropriate based on what you were using before. It's not perfect, but it saves you a little trouble. Now you can go into character stations and put your crew in position. The main thing you're going to want to do, and we don't have to do this while we're recording, is you'll want to go back over to the bridge officer area, and next to the bridge officer recruiter, there's a bridge officer trainer, and you want to train both your engineers in emergency power to shields 1 and both of your engineers in emergency power to weapons 2. Well, it's the lieutenant quality. It's you have many of the abilities have a level 1, 2, and 3 power that take up higher slots. So if at ensign level you can get 1, then in the second slot you can get 2, and that's considered a lieutenant level power. The third is a lieutenant commander level, and the fourth is a commander power. Some things like gravity well you can't get in a level 1 or even 2 slot. Only lieutenant commander and commander slots can have that one. It varies, but they'll be selling training manuals, and you'll want 2 each. You'll want 2 emergency power to shield 1 manuals and 2 emergency power to weapons 2 manuals. Yeah. Oh no, here, I'll trade you some. Actually, let's go do some vendoring, and then between the two of us we'll have plenty. Before next time, I'll transfer like 1 million over from one of my other characters. Just so if we need to mess around, we're fine. We've just been rampaging around. I haven't sold anything. Alrighty. So here is Ensign Lessa. She is one of those 50% vendors where you can get a good value back on the stuff you sell. Best you're going to get anyway. Some things will sell for 0. That just means they're starting gear. I just sell them to clear my inventory. It doesn't matter for selling. That just tells you what she offers you to buy. I'm just going to make sure as I go that none of this stuff would be an upgrade for my ship or me. That shield is junk. I've already got better engines, better warp core. Don't need a plasma torpedo console. If you get any drops of major components or critical components, those are pretty valuable to sell, and you'll get plenty of them later. The only time you need them is if you're playing on higher difficulties and your ship can get damaged, which gives you a debuff that lasts either till you go back to a space dock or something, or you can use the components to fix it in the field. Yeah. You take a look at that, and I'll just double check how much we're going to need, and if I need to swap characters. I don't think I will. This bit is a bit fiddly, but it'll serve you well with multiple ships as we level up. And this will just make your cruiser like a incredible tank compared to my escort, and you'll see the difference, the disparity between the two classes of ship get wider and wider as we go. At max level, there's some tricks you can do to get it to where you only need one copy of each, and you can reduce the cooldown in other ways, which lets you load up on other abilities, not spend so many of your slots on just the basics. Mm-hmm. Neither of them are much to write home about. I would toss the biofunction monitor. Yeah, I would take the shield emitter over either of the other two. Yeah, it's going to cost you a total of 4,500. And I have plenty of energy credits now if you are short. It's almost comical that there's this scramble for energy credits at low level. As soon as we get to 10th, because of the Delta recruiting, we're going to get a big bonus of stuff, including some energy credits. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can claim that. You're 10th. If you open up your Show Delta Recruit Details, the very first one will say rank, complete missions to rank up your captain. And when you can click on the number 10, and there will be a little box that you can get as a reward. All right, now the box will be in your inventory, and you can open it, and it'll give you a choice of one of 4 different packs of items, and it will also give you some other stuff. Oh, yeah, the cash is from completing the story arcs, not from the leveling. Yeah, so you'll get loot. So you'll get space weapons is obvious. Space equipment is like a shield, a deflector, an impulse engine, and a warp core. Consoles gives you a mix of consoles for your various slots. I personally like the ground weapon one because the space combat is fun but pretty easy. Whereas the ground combat, it's much easier to get killed even if you're doing okay. But we're engineers, so it's really whatever you think will be fun. If you want awesome phasers or cool. Yeah, nice quality stuff. There's some other stuff you could claim now, but all it would do is take up inventory space until you get to high level, so I wouldn't bother. It's it would be boxes of marks, which until we can either get into the fleets or start doing reputations, it's not necessary. Ah, nice. Good. Yeah, so that's the max you can use from 10th to 20th. So you're immediately kitted out for the next 10 levels. It'll be a little while before you get anything better than that stuff, which will make it easy to know what the vendor when it's ground here. Yeah. That's how it is. Whenever you hit a new tier, you always have to do some of this housekeeping stuff. Get your new ship in order, equip things that maybe you had in your inventory but you weren't high enough level to use yet, set up new bridge officers. It's all part of the fun. No, no. Anything we got from our early missions would not even be... Well, you'd replace them anytime anyway. So you're fine now. You can come back over to the bridge officer trainer and grab those manuals. And then you'll be flying your Dragon Phoenix. All the way up to by Quinn's. Her. Yep, engineering, space, and then you'll see, yeah, exactly. And you'll see training manual, engineering, emergency power to shield 1. You can go ahead and buy, well, hold on a second. What are your guys already trained in? Because my Zarva has emergency power to shields, and I think your android might also. Good. So she's fine. All right, and your android? Oh, so all you need actually is 1 copy of emergency power to weapons 2 to use for Kirsa. Very good. So then you'll want to go to character screen, select Kirsa, and then the skill tab at the top. And this is going to give you what is the relatively new bridge officer training screen. So it'll show her default space abilities. Click on her second one, which you said is directed energy modulation. All right, so you may need to promote her. Does it say she's a cadet? All right, so down at the bottom right, you're going to want to promote her to lieutenant. That unlocks her lieutenant level powers. You'll probably need to do that with all your bridge officers. Correct. Once you do that, you can go back to stations, and where you have her equipped, you can click on her area there, and then it'll highlight her, and you'll see space abilities on the right. And it'll just have her defaults, but you can click on directed energy modulation and then instead select emergency power to weapons instead. Yeah. And it so happens that both your engineers already knew emergency power to shields 1, and one of them already knew emergency power to weapons 2. So all you'll need to do is make sure everything is where you want it on your hot bars when you go up into space, because they'll be all jacked up from getting a new ship. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah. That's good. You hit a new threshold. If I get a chance before next time, I might do a couple patrols or something just so we're at the same tier as we continue on. Makes it a little easier for me to remember what you're at. Sounds good. Yeah, I saw that. Yes. Some of them can also be, once we get access to the crafting system, we'll be able to make some manuals ourselves too, but only for engineering powers. But we haven't unlocked the duty officer and R&D systems yet. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Get away from the groundlings over here at the edge of sector space. Nice ship you got there. It'd be a shame if anything happened to it. Oh, yeah, look good though. I like that. I like those nacelles. I don't like those little tiny, super skinny nacelles some of the newer ships have, are not my favorite. But they're not big and blocky like the Galaxy ones either. Like mine are a little more like Galaxy ones. They're just slender, you know, but they're thick and have the rounded red noses there with the Bussard collectors. Whereas yours are more like a hybrid between that and a classic Constitution. I dig it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, evasive maneuvers, you would have your ionized torpedo console, probably. I forget the exact name of that. It should be a gold quality console equipped on your ship. Like I have the resonance cascade modulator from the blockade runner. If the ability isn't there, you can click the thing that looks like a tiny little pad on the right hand side of your hotbar, And that brings up the list of available skills that you can drag to your tray. Okay, you want that. Those are your cruiser commands. You have 4 of them that are like auras. And anytime we warp into space, you can kick one on. Tracked fire is your tanking one. There's one that increases weapon efficiency. There's one that increases like turn rate and maneuverability. And what's the other one? I'm forgetting one. Oh, shields is the other one. And that they buff teammates too, if I recall correctly. What's that? Do you have the console equipped, or it didn't get swapped out when you when it equipped your new stuff? All right, there it is. Yep. Good. Yeah, not too much more. I mean, I put my bridge officer abilities on my bar. And you should also have the engineering captain ability rotate shield frequency now as well. Should be basically it at this point. Yeah. They will re-enable that subsystem if it gets disabled, and also give you other boosts, like a shield battery increases your shield regeneration. So it'll actually heal your shield, and it'll also boost your shield power setting for 10 seconds. I don't have any other ones on me, but they're generally like that. The red matter capacitor is sort of a little bit, it repairs all disabled systems and gives a small power setting increase to all 4 power levels. The other ones do each individual one. There's the 4 types, and you have a dual battery, the shield and engine one. There are other dual batteries. And later on, we'll start to see large shield battery and so on that have a bigger effect. Yeah, you'll get tons of them. They're one of the most common drops, so you can feel free to use them. I have the shield ones equipped in case there's an emergency, and then I always have the red matter capacitor. That's just a really good item. Later on, there's some special devices you'll get as mission rewards that are excellent, and you'll want to use them instead of batteries. But in the meantime, especially as a cruiser, you will always have the most device slots, whereas I will have fewer as an escort. That's, yeah. That lets you replay any of the voice recordings of the sectors that we've visited. Those Spock messages, which I think at least one of them might have bugged for you, so you never got to hear it. That's how you can go back and hear it. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, we can do a basic version of that. Alrighty, good night.